Hello and assalamu alaikum everyone. I am Kashif Kamran and today I'm discussing the final perspective from the look inside the SBL December 22 examiner report, and that is professional marks in SBL. We know professional marks are critical between passing and failing the SBL paper, and they are 20% of your paper. Now, if you're not gaining most of these 20 professional marks, it is very easy that you might fall below the 50 barrier. So let's see what can be done by a student to improve the prospects of scoring more and more professional marks. Let's see inside the SBL December 22 examiner report for a perspective on the professional marks. Professional marks, the first perspective of the examiner. It was good to see that many candidates had clearly thought about the professional skill marks and attempted to present their answer in an appropriate format as requested in each task requirement. That is one of the most easiest things you could do, apart from many other things you need to fetch the professional marks. One of the easiest one, which at least should be done by all of you, is to present your answer in an appropriate format as requested. So if the examiner is saying write a letter, then write a letter. If the examiner is saying write a section of a report, then write a section of the report. If the examiner is saying make a presentation, then make a presentation. So writing it in the right format, and you know how to start the format, how to end the format, how you write a letter, how you write a report, how you start it, how you end it. Do you give conclusions? Do you give to, from, date, subject? Do you give an introduction or not? You should know the structures very well to present them an exam paper, because that's an easiest thing you can do to fetch some of your 20 professional marks, because there are professional marks for choosing the right format and putting it in the right format. Number two, whatever the format requested, the recipient will be helped by an answer that is presented structured and logically with headers throughout the answer. To whomever you are writing, you're writing to a CEO, to a director, you're writing a letter, you're writing a report, whatever. The recipient of the format will be happy to see the answer which is presented and structured clearly with headers throughout the answer, and which avoid repetitive information. And I've been very critical of that. I tell my students headings and paragraph, structured clearly, headings, paragraph, subheadings, and every paragraph should not be long, maximum 4 sentences long, not more than that. Presented well, structured well, headings and paragraphs. This is all contributing towards the 20 professional marks. So if you put things in the right format, you try to ensure that the recipient will be helped with a clear answer with headings and paragraphs. The recipient knows, okay, what you are trying to write, what are the main points you have identified through the use of headings, and then you've presented things very well. Like you can make the heading bold. You're doing a computer-based exam, right? You can make the heading bold. You can underline the heading, because that's towards professionalism. Examiner knows you know how to use a Microsoft Word or a word processor. If you can bold a heading, underline a heading, this all contributes to the journal professional marks you have in the SBL paper. Candidates should remember that they are carrying out a professional task that has a particular purpose for a defined user or a stakeholder. So try to ensure what is the particular purpose of the task? What is the particular objective of the task? Try to achieve that. If the task is asking for the benefits of the cloud technology, then the focus has to be on benefit of the cloud technology. If it is saying the benefit of the cloud technology to the organization, if it is saying benefit of the cloud technology to the customers, or if it is saying benefit of the cloud technology to the shareholders, you need to take things into the right perspective to demonstrate your professionalism by meeting the requirement of the task even. The next perspective on professional marks, apart from the right format, the clear structure, and using headings and avoiding the repetitive information. How can you improve professional marks more? Faults seen on several scripts included. What are faults which have been investigated by the examining team where your opportunity to get the professional marks went down? Ensure you're not doing these faults. The first fault, not paying attention to the format required. That's a silly mistake, right? Because every time you open up a task, it says, write a letter, write a memo, write a briefing note, write a section of the report, make a presentation. Not paying attention to the format, you're losing easy professional marks. And some candidates continue to produce an essay type answer. You cannot write an essay type answer, right? You should have headings and paragraph. Every point heading, every point heading, every point heading. You're writing 6 benefits of cloud technology. Every benefit should come as a heading followed by a paragraph, not writing an essay style answer. Not considering who was receiving the document, to whom you're writing the document, to whom you're writing the letter and the report. For example, in task 4A, candidates were asked to produce presentation notes and slides to the board. See, some of the comments made, which then questioned the board members' skills and abilities in running separate risk and audit committees, were highly inappropriate. So when you're writing it to the board, try to write some very logical points. Look at the audience you're writing to. You're writing to the strategic management. Your language, the points, the importance of points, the choice of the points, the significance of the points, which to write, which not to write, which will be considered as more important by the board of directors, that all counts. I know some of these skills is difficult in the exam challenge, but at least when you're writing something to a strategic management, trying to ensure you write the most important things first, or trying to prioritize the important information first over the other information, or at least ensuring you're using a professional language because you're addressing to the board, can make a very positive impact towards fetching your 20 professional marks. Over long paragraphs. I just emphasize that so many times. 3 to 4 sentences long is a very good paragraph. Something more than that is an over long paragraph. Examining team don't like that. If you're writing eight sentences, 7 sentences, at times students write that essay style answers. So a definition of a good paragraph is 3 to 4 sentences long. Sentence is where you put a full stop, not lines, sentence. 2 to 3 is even good. But if you have support of the case study, you can write a bit longer. 3 to 4 is good. 2 to 3, 3 to 4. Both are very good paragraphs in SBL paper. Failing to demonstrate commercial acumen in understanding the wide range of potential business threats or issues facing the organization. I just discussed this commercial acumen in my previous discussions as well, in the same series of investigating the SBL December 22 examiner report. Commercial acumen is to know the situation, the case very well. In the first 1 hour of the reading and planning time, you must have absorbed the organization. You must have absorbed the problems of the organization, the challenges of the organization, the future of the organization, the future goals of the organization. You know the organization. Now, when you're writing the answer, and if you're writing some benefits or some drawbacks, or you're looking into the risk facing the company, or you're looking at some of the weaknesses, internal control weaknesses facing the company, you're trying to think about the implications in the context of the organization. You're trying to think about its impact on the future of the organization. You're trying to think what benefits it will have on the stakeholder, what disadvantage it will have on the stakeholder. Acumen, know-how, knowing the business, trying to relate things with the business, trying to take the right decisions in the right perspective about the business, present and future, stakeholder, shareholders, directors. So this is how commercial acumen can build up. So trying to relate it with the organization, try to tell the organization why it is a drawback for you, why it is a benefit for you, why this is wrong for you, why this is right for you. So that's where you build up your commercial acumen marks. So faults, look at the faults, not paying attention to the format, not considering who is receiving the document, over long paragraphs, and failing to demonstrate commercial acumen. If you overcome them, you're gaining most of your 20 professional marks. Putting things in the right format, short paragraphs, headings, clearly structuring your answer, and ensuring everything gets connected to the case study, you can take most of your 20 professional marks. So I hope you do justice with the professional marks in SBL paper. And the last perspective. It is important to emphasize the importance of candidates reading the technical and professional requirements together, as this will assist them in formulating their answer in the correct style, tone, and with the correct level of professionalism. So when you're reading the technical requirement, under the technical requirement is the professional marks that you should demonstrate this. So when you're writing in the technical marks, you know how to demonstrate my professional skills in my technical answer. You're not doing something extra for professional marks, but when you are writing the technical marks, you are ensuring that you are putting the technical answer in such an effective way that you're fetching extra 20 professional marks. Like it's been well presented, well toned, it's to the right audience, it's in the proper language, it has headers, it has the paragraphs, it is not written in the essay style. At least you have taken sound decisions about the organization, you have related things to the organization, you have connected things to the organization, you have brought the benefits and disadvantages in the context of the organization. That's where you're scoring most of your 20 professional marks. So please ensure you polish yourself up beautifully for the 20 professional marks. It's not difficult to obtain. It's just about making the mindset clear about 20 professional marks. I wish you all success. And this is marking the end of this Insight SBL December 22 examiner report. 7 aspects were covered. This is the final one, professional marks. Wish you all success. Take care. Goodbye and Allah Hafiz.